The 2021-2022 season previews continue today with the Columbus Blue Jackets, a team who is, they're in the rebuild. Obviously, they're one of those teams that's entering the rebuild stage, and they've had quite a history of people wanting out. And it's really been it's a current thing. Like it's been a thing since 2019. All of those players left in 2019. Some left in 2020. A couple more left this year. It's really weird. It really makes you think, like, what is wrong with this Columbus management? But anyways, we're not here to talk about that. We're going to look at their key departures, their key arrivals, look at their projected lineup, and ask the question, do they make the playoffs? But first off, if you're new to the channel and you have not already subscribed, I really would appreciate it if you did so. We're getting really, really close to 1,000. I really would appreciate it if you subscribed. And yeah, I won't waste any more of your time. Let's get into the preview. So last season for the Columbus Blue Jackets was just a dumpster fire. They went 18, 26, and 12 for 48 points. They finished 28th in the NHL, and they missed the playoffs. This whole season had so many layers to it, like onions, and it was really just a crapshoot. So you start off the season with the Pierre-Luc Dubois crap, and there was the Dubois rumors that, spread around, and you just had that god-awful game that he played, and then that interview, not even really saying why he wanted out of Columbus. And I mean, the thing is with that is, like, everybody said that. Every single person, like, you've seen through the media, like Panarin, Dubois, even like a couple other guys too. They haven't really said the main reason why they left Columbus or why they wanted out of Columbus. Seth Jones didn't say that. It honestly doesn't. I really can't process it. So it's really strange to me. So all that happens. They acquired Patrick Laine and Jack Roslovic, who I think pretty much they won that trade. Honestly, when you really look at the impact that Roslovic and Laine have made in their first season with the Blue Jackets. Dubois just has not clicked in Winnipeg, unfortunately. But, that crapshoot happened. And then they just started getting extremely bad. They let go of Coach John Tortorella. Then they hired that new guy. I forget his name. It's like Brad Larson, maybe some of those names. And then I got to mention it here. Goaltender Matisse Kivlenieks passed away. And I can't say anything else about it. Just a tragedy. It's horrible to see. So rest in peace to him. And, that was really Columbus' season. So this season, they're really going to be playing for them with a much different core. So moving on here into our key departures for the Columbus Blue Jackets, you have a list of 4 names here. And starting off with Seth Jones. Now, Jones requested a trade, never even said why, and that is just such a recurring theme in Columbus. I don't understand why it happens, to be honest. Like, all these guys wanted out. Like, you look at 2019, 2020, we already mentioned that. But, like, you look at all these guys that went out, they don't say why. You wonder if it's the management. You wonder if it's Tortorella. It could have been. You wonder if it's Kekalainen. Also could have been. Like, it really, I don't know. But I think taking out John Tortorella is definitely going to benefit them. But, I mean, Seth Jones out is obviously not going to help them. They also let go of Michael Del Zotto. Of course, he went off to Ottawa in free agency. Very solid, deft defenseman. Not really too big of a deal there. He's really a journeyman at this point, honestly. He's gone to a lot of teams. Then they also lost Cam Atkinson. Of course, he was involved in the trade with the Philadelphia Flyers. That could be either a big loss or it could be a good loss because if Atkinson refines that 43 pace scoring touch, Columbus looks like a dumbass in that trade. They also lost Mikhail Grigorenko. I'm not too sure where he is now, but all I do know is that he is no longer in Columbus. So there you go. That's your key departures. Just the list of guys from that 2019 Cup run or 2019 playoff run just keep going up and up and up and up and up, and it's unfortunate. Your key arrivals for your Columbus Blue Jackets consist of about 5 players here, and they're really just guys to really help out with the depth here. They acquired Sean Corrali, who I think is going to be a very solid forward this season for Columbus, obviously coming from the Boston Bruins. I think he'll definitely be solid. I think he'll definitely benefit with this team. Then they also acquired for the Cam Atkinson trade Jacob Voracek, and Voracek started off his career in Columbus. And then he got traded to Philly, and now he's back in Columbus. Strange. It really is, but I think Voracek can be solid with the Blue Jackets, obviously. It's going to be very interesting to see what he does. They also acquired from the Carolina Hurricanes, which I think is a very good deal for this Blue Jackets team. They're trying to get younger, and I think they really did smart with that, is Jake Bean from the Carolina Hurricanes. Bean is a very solid young defenseman who I think will definitely get a much better chance in Columbus than he did with just a stacked D-core in Carolina. And then they also acquired through the Seth Jones trade Adam Boqvist. And I've really liked Boqvist. I've been very high on him the past couple of years. I think he's a very solid, underrated defenseman in Chicago, and I think he will also definitely get a chance. And then they also acquired a depth forward in Zach Ronaldo. So that is your key arrivals. Kind of depth guys, kind of guys to really replace the guys who left. And I mean, you look at these ads and you're like, are they going towards a rebuild or are they just trying to, kind of keep the team in like a retool type of stage? It really is a question, to be honest. But, you could argue either way. Now, moving on here to your projected lineup for your Columbus Blue Jackets, it consists of, on the top six, Patrick Laine, Max Domi, and Jacob Voracek. Then you have Oliver Bjorkstrand, Sean Kuraly, and Jack Roslovic. I like that top six. I don't have a problem with it. Laine, good goal scoring. Domi has kind of lost his touch, but I think he can still be a very solid playmaking center. And then, of course, Jacob Voracek, it can be a solid playmaker as well. He's just getting paid a crap ton of money. So, you can honestly take that with what you will, in my opinion. As for that second line, Bjorkstrand led the Columbus team in points last season. Kuraly can be a solid middle six center. He can even play third line, second line minutes. Then Roslovic as well, a very young forward who could even get a first line shot, to be honest. If you wanted to put Roslovic above Voracek, honestly, I really wouldn't stop you. As for the bottom six and the filling guys, Alexander Texier, Boone Jenner, Gustav Nyquist, Eric Robinson, Emil Benstrom, Kevin Stenlund, Liam Foudy, Gregor Hoffman, Yegor Chenikov, and Nathan Gerby. That's a very interesting bottom six and the guys that are down below. Texier, I've really liked. I think he can be a solid player in the NHL still. It's kind of been a bit of a bad year for him. He hasn't done too well lately. I mean, who has in Columbus, to be honest? Jenner as well, solid third line center. Nyquist can be a good winger. I think he's going to be very solid. Although he kind of has fallen off, in all honesty. And then of course Robinson, Benstrom, Stenlund, just like depth guys that nobody knows about, and that's what I've always thought about. Like, this team is like kind of concerning on that remark. Like, if you have guys down below who, like, you don't really know, and like they aren't like the best, so like it does get kind of concerning to me with this Columbus team and their depth. Then they also have Liam Foudy, Hoffman. Chenikov will get a shot as well. I think Chenikov's a very solid forward. He's been playing very well lately in the prospect games for the Columbus Blue Jackets. They're playing against Detroit tonight. I think it was 2-0 last I checked, but I'm not too sure. So obviously that's a good sign as well. And then Gerby, of course, as you can tell, he is on the injury reserve, so we'll see what he does this coming season. As for the blue line has taken a big hit with Seth Jones leaving. Here is your blue line. First pairing, Werenski Boquist. Second pairing, Jake Bean, Kukan. Third pairing, Gavrikov, Peak. And then the fill-in guys, Harrington, Lettinen, Carlson. So here we go. First pairing, Werenski, Boquist. The best pairing for Columbus, no doubt. Boquist I've really liked as a young defenseman. Werenski, he's up there as a nice, solid scoring defenseman. He can do very solid things as well. And then, of course, you got young guys like Jake Bean, and Kukan's decently young on the second pairing. I think they'll definitely develop pretty well. And then Gavrikov, he had a down year. I could have sworn he signed somewhere else, but he's still on Cap Friendly's chart here, so I'm going to include him in the lineup. Gavrikov and Peak as well, a solid third pairing. And then Harrington's going to get a chance. Lettinen will get a chance. And then, of course, Gabriel Carlson will also get a shot with this blue line this coming season. And then, of course, you have the goaltending of Joonas Korpisalo, Elvis Merzlikins, and Cam Johnson. There was like talk of like Korpisalo. I can't remember if it was Korpisalo or Merzlikins. It might have been both. I can't remember if it was like one of them wanted out. One of them wanted to get the hell out of there. I remember like one of them said a quote after a game where it was like just a freaking blowout loss. I remember it. They were like, "I want out of here." Like, I remember that. Like, I don't understand. They're still in Columbus. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But anyways, there's your team. I like the top six. The bottom six I'm a bit shaky on, but I like guys like Texier, and I think Chenikov can make that bottom six better. The defense, I like the first and second pairing. The third pairing is a bit scary for me. And then the goaltending, I'm not too sure how I feel about that because, I mean, Korpisalo can be solid, Merzlikins can be solid, but in my opinion, they're both backups, to be honest. Now we move on to the final question facing this Columbus Blue Jackets team. Do they make the playoffs? And the question is, no. No, it's not a question at all. It's like no, they don't make the playoffs. That's literally what you say. Because I've talked about it in all my Metropolitan and all my Atlantic videos too, is that, Columbus is that one team besides Buffalo that is not in the direction of a playoff spot. So I do not have them making the playoffs. It's not even really worth going in depth with it because that division is just so competitive that even if they were good, it's not even guaranteed they would make it. So anyways, that is it for this one. Thank y'all for watching. For Ice Presley, I really do appreciate it. Tomorrow will be the Colorado Avalanche, Chicago, Carolina. We're almost done. And then, yeah, we'll talk about some division predictions, and then we'll get into some other stuff as the season begins. So thank y'all for watching For Us Personally. I really, really do appreciate it. And, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.